Guys, it's Kaiju Source G2K here, and I'm back with a brand new video here. And today I just got 100 subscribers, so hey, I figured that I'm gonna do something special today. I'm gonna do something that I guess a lot of you are not gonna see coming. And yeah, this is a video I've been planning on for weeks. Ever since I hit 95 subscribers. This is a video I've been planning to make. And you may have noticed I haven't been making that many videos. You know, and if you've been around on this channel, you may notice that I've been making a lot of pipe cleaner videos of various monsters, including Godzilla, that I've made. And I think you're wondering right now, when are you going to make more videos like that? Well, I'm going to do it right now. Because I've reached the 100 subscribers, I feel like I'm going to show off my whole collection right here. All the pipe cleaner, kaiju, and monsters that I've made, over the years, as you can see. So yeah, here it is. So right here, this is what I've been working on for years. Right here, all the pipe cleaner monsters and kaiju. As you can see, top shelf. This is the Toho legendary and movie kaiju that exist in, that already exist in movies or stuff like that. On the bottom are original kaiju that I've made on my own. So yeah, I guess we're gonna start up here. So starting off right here, we have the three Rampage creatures from the movie and the games right here. So we have Ralph the Wolf, Lizzie the Crocodile, and George the Gorilla. As you can see, starting with Ralph, this is Ralph right here, as you can see, based on the movie, as you can see. I think I did pretty well on capturing his look, as you can see. The only thing I didn't make are his wings right there, as you can see, because I don't know how to make his wings. But yeah, there's Ralph right here. This is probably the first mammalian kaiju that I've made, as you can see. But yeah, there he is right there. Here's Lizzie. This is the giant mutated crocodile from Rampage, the movie. And yeah, I think Lizzie is my favorite of the bunch, as you can see. I think this is probably, captures, the look of the kaiju the best, as you can see. It's got the frills right here, as you can see. It's got the tusks right here, the boar tusks, excuse me. It's got the giant crocodile mouth right there, as you can see. It's got the spines on the back. It actually reminds me of Anguirus. I was thinking that Lizzie is probably the closest thing we have to an American Anguirus, if you ask me. But yeah, there he is right there. And here we have George, the albino gorilla. And I was surprised how good this turned out. I expected this to suck. I'll be honest with you. But it actually turned out pretty well. I used pink or tannish kind of pipe cleaner, and I used blue, for his eyes, and everything else is white. I managed to capture George pretty well. The only thing that doesn't work for him is his mouth doesn't move, or he doesn't have a mouth, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, dude, I managed to capture George pretty well. So yeah, there's the three monsters of Rampage, aka the Wrecking Crew, as you can see right there. Up next, we have the skull crawlers from Kong Skull Island. This is the smaller skull crawler right here, and this is the big one, the Ramarak, the giant skull crawler that killed Kong's parents. So yeah, this is the smaller one, as you can see. This is actually the very first pipe cleaner that I've ever made, and it's a little bit outdated, as you can see. The skull is a little bit kind of getting skinny, as you can see, and yeah, it's made from some old pipe cleaners, but it still looks pretty good. After 2 years, it still looks pretty good. And I did made a video of these two, so yeah, you can go check that out. Yeah, this is him right here, as you can see. He's a brownish color, and he doesn't have the giant spiky elbows. This is the big skull crawler right here, Ramarak, and as you can see, I like this one a lot more. I like how the skull turned out. I like how, it looks a lot better right here from last year's. So yeah, I massively upgraded him. And he's got the spiky elbows, and he's got the long tail with the spikes on the back. It's got, I just really like how this one turned out. This one turned out really good, in my opinion, as you can see. So yeah, these are the skull crawlers right here. Up next, we have the two insect kaiju from Godzilla King of Monsters. We have Mothra right here, and we have Skyla right there. So, beginning with Mothra, I really actually liked how Mothra turned out. I never thought I was going to make a Mothra out of pipe cleaners. So, yeah, as you can see, I based it largely off of the Monsterverse Mothra, which I think it looks pretty damn awesome. Look at the face, dude. I managed to capture the face of Mothra pretty damn well, with the white around it and the blue. and the antenna. The one thing I really don't like are the wings. Like the top wings are just really thin. Like yeah, look at the wings. They just look so thin. Like the wings are a lot thicker than that. The lower wings look fine. Like I think they look pretty good, but the top wings are just so yeah, they just don't look that good. Well, I had to improvise. I didn't had that much black, brown, like pipe cleaners, so I just had to improvise. But yeah, the patterning, however, does look really good. I really liked how the patterning turned out on Mothra, as you can see. Looks pretty damn accurate to the what you call it. I think this is the Heisei patterning on Mothra, because the legendary one's a little bit harder to do. But yeah, this does look very close to the patterning wing patterns that the Heisei Mothra had. So yeah, there's Mothra right there. Really liked how this one turned out, except for the wings. So yeah, I think the wings I'm gonna fix that. Here we have Skyla, the spider crab monster that we had in Godzilla King of the Monsters. As you can see, I like how it turned out. I think the one thing that I think is a little bit lackluster is that the shell isn't that detailed. Like the shell doesn't quite look that good, and I think it was a different coloration. I don't think it was blue, but I made it blue because well, why not? But yeah, looks pretty awesome. As you can see, there's the tentacles and there's the red eye right there. It's got 6 legs, and each legs has these spiny, pointy ends right there, as you can see. So yeah, there's Skyla and Mothra right there, the only 2 insect kaiju that I have at the moment. Next up, we have Shin Godzilla's second and third forms. Here's Kamata-kun, aka Shin Godzilla's second form. Here's Shinagawa-kun, aka Shin Godzilla's third form. I really like how these 2 turned out. I think they turned out pretty well. I actually based them largely on the SH Monster Arts, Kamata-kun and Shinagawa-kun. And I only have one SH Monster Arts figure, which is Godzilla 2000. But anyways, so yeah, decided to make my own. As you can see, I really like how it turned out. I think I managed to get the neck right, and I managed to get the head right. The eye is actually pretty big too, so yeah, it's got some really big eyes right there. The spikes look pretty good, as you can see, and yeah, the tail is right here. I even got the tail. I think the one thing that I guess is wrong about it is that it doesn't really move that much. Like because it's pipe cleaner, it's not really meant to articulation. It's just like it's just there to pose and look good, but still, it's got these stumpy little arms right there, as you can see. And here we have Shinagawa-kun. I really like how I captured this one. Like, he does look very accurate to what Shinagawa-kun looks like. As you can see, there's the head right there. You can see there's the spikes on the back. There's the long tail right there. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. You might be wondering that when will I make Shin Godzilla's fourth form, aka Kamakura-san? Not sure, because I don't have that many black or brown pieces at the moment, and plus I have to make Shin Godzilla nearly 10 inches tall. So yeah, I don't know if I can do that, but maybe sometime in the near future I can make something like that. But for now, I have Shin Godzilla second and third forms right here for you guys to see right here. Alright, moving on, we have some 1950s monster movies right here. So this is the giant behemoth from Behemoth the Sea Monster, and this is the Rhedosaurus from the Beast in 20,000 Fathoms. So yeah, the giant behemoth, aka the Paleosaurus, aka Behemoth the Sea Monster, right here. This is a pretty big kaiju, as you can see. Like, I made this about 2 years ago, or over 2 years ago, and it is a little bit worn, worded off, because it's kind of old, but it still does look pretty good. And I did recently upgrade its face, its head. It looks a little bit bigger than it once did. And I believe I made a video of this. Did I make a video of this? I actually can't remember. But yeah, this is as you can see, it's not exactly based on the giant behemoth though. I did take liberties of making it modern, as you can see, because in the movie it looked more like a sauropod. Here it looks more like a I don't know, like an aquatic, dinosaur, an aquatic sauropod, I guess, like a small, like a Nothosaurus, basically, like one of those. It looks more like, with the giant frills and all that. So yeah, I took liberties of doing that. Here's the Beast in 20,000 Fathoms right here. I think the one thing I don't like about it is that the neck is a little bit too low, and I made the back too big. It's probably the one thing I don't like about it, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I did capture the tail spikes right there at the end, and I did make it, look pretty awesome right here, as you can see. I made this last year, so yeah, it still looks pretty good. I really like how both of them turned out right here. And yeah, have these two 1950s giant monsters, Both of them were animated by Ray Harryhausen, so yeah, a little bit of trivia right there. And they both came out in the 1950s. This one came out in 1953, that one came out in 1959, so yeah, a little bit of trivia right there. Next up is Rodian, and yeah, here's Rodian right here. As you can see, making this was pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie with you. As you can see, I had to make the wings right here, and I finally got red cloth to make him, because this Rodian was pretty hard to make. And what's interesting about Rodian right here is that I made him a blend of the Heisei Rodian, Fire Rodian, as well as the Monsterverse Rodian, and I think it turned out pretty well. As you can see there's the wings right there. That's what he looks like from above, and that's his tail, his diamond-shaped tail. Like, I really like how Rodian turned out. I really love the Monsterverse Rodian. He looks freaking badass. So yeah, there's Rodian right there. As you can see, there he is right there. And in case you're wondering, yes, he does. You can extend his full wings right here, and he can fly. As you can see, yeah, there's Rodian right there, the fire demon right there. So yeah, there's Rodian right there. Here we finally move on to the big G himself, Godzilla right here. That's Legendary Godzilla, and there's Millennium Godzilla. I guess we'll start with Millennium Godzilla right here. So yeah, there he is right here, and I think he turned out pretty well. I like the neck right here. I did capture the frilled neck, and yeah, I actually managed to capture the spines on this guy right here. And if you want a little bit of comparison with the SH Monster Arts figure right here, as you can see, I would say he looks fine. Like, I think he looks alright. But because this is an SH Monster Arts figure right here, and this is a pipe cleaner, detail wise, it can't compare. But in terms of silhouette, I think I managed to capture the silhouette of Millennium Godzilla, as you can see right here. I think the one thing I don't like about him is that the legs are a little bit too skinny, and that I should have made the fingernails and the toenails white, just like, what the design actually has. I know this is Yuichi Sakai's design and not the actual movie design, but still, like, if I actually managed to get the white on right there, then I would have made it stand out more. But still, I really like Millennium Godzilla right here. He's one of my favorite Godzilla designs. As you can see, he just looks freaking dope, to say the least. Yeah, he just looks fucking badass with those huge spines right there and his long crocodilian tail. So yeah. Alright, so here's Godzilla 2014, and this is interesting because this is not only the biggest pipe cleaner that I have so far, but it's also one of the first ones I made, and he has a long history too. And I did make a video of him, so yeah, you can go check out the video that I made from 2 years ago. But yeah, this guy went through a lot of upgrades and changes, and eventually he went like this, and I think it looks pretty good. Like, he does really look like Legendary Godzilla in a lot of ways. And if I have the NECA figure of Godzilla 2014, he does look like him in a lot of ways. I think the areas that don't look that good are the little feet right there, as you can see. The feet are a little bit different. I mean, granted, I couldn't make the feet that thick because, it's pipe cleaners. I can't have everything exactly lined up. And the face is a little bit different. If I look at the NECA figure, as you can see, yeah, the face does look a little bit different because the eye is a little bit too big, and the face on the pipe cleaner one looks a little too lizard-like. Here, he looks more, the face looks more pronounced, looks more like, what you call it, like a bear or like an eagle or a Komodo dragon kind of like face. This one looks more lizard, T-Rex kind of like face, but who cares? Still looks like Godzilla 2014 right there, and there's the spikes right here in the back. There's the large tail right there. I could upgrade him to look like the 2019 Godzilla, but I mean, I don't know. He still looks good for what he is right here, and he's really tall too. Like, this is Legendary Godzilla from NECA, 6 inches. He's almost double the height of him. So yeah, right there. Moving on, we have Pacific Rim Kaiju right here. Here we have Otachi from the first Pacific Rim, and here we have Hakuja from Pacific Rim Uprising. So with Otachi, she's an interesting one because much like Godzilla 2014, she actually went through a few changes. Like, I had to redo the entire body, because the first time I made her, she did not look pretty at all. But second time I made her, I think she looks pretty good. The one thing I can't really get right about Otachi is the wings, because her wingspan is so big. Like, I just can't get her wingspan right, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I got the split jaw right here, right? There's Otachi's face right there. I really managed to capture Otachi's face, in my opinion, right there. And yeah, and I did get her, her large tail, her spiky tail right there, and the bioluminescence as well, and as well as the, the clawed tail right here at the end, where she uses this to chop Crimson Typhoon's head off. Yeah, really like how Itachi turned out, and it's awesome how it contrasts with the dark bioluminescent and neon look of the first Pacific Rim to the brighter and more vibrant look of the second movie. And Hakuja, I believe the Kaiju of the second movie, like Hakuja himself, reflects that with Pacific Rim Uprising, because you see how he's brighter and more, like he's not as dark and neon as the Kaiju of the first movie. It kind of reflects how the first movie was so much better than the second movie, and the second movie was just eh. But yeah, this is Hakuja right here, and Hakuja's the only Kaiju of Uprising that I've made so far. I mean, I try to make the other ones, but I don't know. The other ones are just too big and too, like, I don't know. They're just a little bit too big. So I just made Hakuja instead. But Hakuja looks pretty cool, as you could see. I like the shape of his head right there, and he's got his 6 legs right there, and he's got his tail. I think I made Hakuja pretty good, as you could see. And in terms of size, I think that's about accurate in terms of height, in terms of accuracy. I think that's about accurate right there. And if I were to pick one Kaiju over the other, it would be Otachi right there. So yeah, that's Pacific Rim right there. Here we have Clover right here, and with the Cloverfield monster right here, it's a pretty interesting one because again, I made a version of him last year that was not very good. He was actually a lot bigger than this, and he kept falling over and was very unstable, which is why I had to destroy him, and now I rebuild him like this, as you can see. So yeah, I made this new version, and this new version actually turned out to be pretty good. As you can see, there's his teeth right there, and he's one of the few Kaiju I made in pipe cleaners that does have teeth. As you can see, he's got the ear membranes right there. He's got the little arms right there, and in case you want to see them clear, there we go. As you can see, there's his other arms right there. It looks a little bit weird hanging out like that, but yeah, there's his other arms that he uses. There's his tail, his forked tail right there. And yeah, I think Clover turned out pretty good. Whether or not I'm going to make the parasites, that remains to be seen, but probably never, honestly. Here we have Zilla right here, Godzilla 1998, right here, as you can see. I think he looks pretty cool, I gotta say. I think the head design looks fine, looks pretty good. The tail looks pretty good. Wish I made more spikes on his tail, honestly. He looks good, except his legs are a little bit too small. I don't know if it's just me, but his legs look a little bit too small, if you ask me. Yeah, he's very small compared to the other Kaiju, like, as you could see. But I still managed to capture Zilla pretty well, like, and I was surprised I was able to make Zilla, because I never thought I was going to make him, but guess what? I made him now. And coincidentally, him and Clover both attack New York, and they both attack New York 10 years apart from each other, and they both have offspring, So yeah, that's a little bit of whatever right there, I guess. Next up, we have Manda right here. Yep, this is Manda, and this is so far the longest Kaiju that I've made, like lengthwise. He measures 3 feet long, or 36 inches. Yeah, that's how long he is. Now, which version of Manda is this based on? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, he's more of a mixture of the different Mandas that has appeared, in the different eras, like from Atragon to Destroy All Monsters to Final Wars. Like, it's all mixed into one form right here, as you can see. But still, this is Manda right here. I really like how Manda turned out. Actually, really looks like a sea serpent right there. This is his tail right here, as you can see. So yeah, this is Manda right here, and I really like how it turned out, as you can see. I've wondered why SH Monster Arts has yet to make a Manda figure. So yeah, I figured that I'm just gonna make a pipe cleaner of it, and yeah, since SH Monster Arts or Neck has yet to make one, I'm just gonna make one myself right here. And last but not least, we have Millennium Bembe, which is the unseen new Titan that was in Godzilla King of the Monsters, who was in Monarch Outpost 55 and appeared in Sudan, Africa, and is based off of the sauropod cryptid of the same name. So yeah, This is Millennium Bembe right here, as you can see. I did base them largely off of the sauropod model. Now, I know that in the novelization of King of the Monsters, he's described more like an elephant without ears, and his tusk point downwards, excuse me, and he has crocodilian mouth, and he's got the green horn. I did get that with this version, but I decided to add the long neck, because the novel doesn't describe him as having a long neck. So yeah, I figured that him with a long neck makes him look more like the sauropod dinosaur, you know, that we know, instead of just him being a elephant. So yeah, I took liberties and departed from what the novel said, and I just based it off of what other people have designed it. So yeah, here it is. That's the trunk right there. It looks a little bit weird, you know, with the trunk just kind of hanging out right there. And yeah, I did get the little horn right here, as you can see. I get the tusk pointing down, and I did recreate the pebbled reptilian back, as the novelization said. And I also made the tail longer than the rest of its body. So yeah, I managed to capture Millennium Bembe pretty well right there. So yeah, there goes my pipecleaner collection right there. And this is part one of of two, of my pipecleaner collection. Haven't done the new kaijus. I'm gonna do them tomorrow. But yeah, this is my collection of the Toho legendary and movie monsters that I've made in pipe cleaners right there. And in case you're wondering what else do I have planned for pipe cleaners, I have made a lot. I have a lot more in the works right here. I have Shinomura right there. I have the Behemoth. I have Methuselah and the Golden Demise right there, King Ghidorah. So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. So yeah, hope you guys like the video. Hope you guys comment, and subscribe. I said that in reverse, but yeah. Please do the following that I just said, and yeah, stay tuned for more.